we look at example 3. Find the range for the following function. So fx is equals to 2x over x plus 2. So this is a rational function. Actually, in order to find the range for rational function, it's quite different compared to the previous example. So let's look at the solution. So the range for a rational function, range of f. So since fx is a rational function, so it's equals to the domain of f inverse. Means that we will try to find the f inverse. After that, we will look for the domain. And the domain for f inverse is equals to the range of f. And this is only happen for the function which involving rational function. So step 1, we will find the inverse of f inverse. And step 2, we will determine the domain of f inverse. Why? Because the domain of f inverse is equals to range of f. So bear in mind, this step is only happen for when we try to find the range for rational function. So in step 1, in order to find the inverse, so first we will let y equals to the given function, which is 2x over x plus 2. So from here, we will try to solve for x. So next, since this is fraction, what we have to do is we multiply the denominator to the left hand side. So it will become y times x plus 2 equals to 2x. Next, I will expand this left hand side. So y times x, xy, y times 2, so is equals to plus 2y equals to 2x. So since we want to solve for x, I will move 2x to the left hand side. You can see that this term is not consist of x, so I move it to the right hand side. So from here, I will have xy minus 2x is equals to negative 2y. So from here, I will try to factorize x. Next step, x multiply in the bracket y minus 2 will be equals to negative 2y. Finally, I will divide y minus 2 to the right hand side. So x will be equals to negative 2y over y minus 2. So from y, we start with y, and then I solve for x. So or I can say that I start from y, I end with x. So you have to be careful from here. This fraction must not consist of x. So next, my f inverse will be equals to, I change y back to x. It will be equals to negative 2x over x minus 2. So this is the first step. Find the inverse of f. So f inverse, and this will be our first step. In our second step, we will determine the domain of f inverse. So in our second step, so our f inverse is a fraction, or we can call as rational function. In order to find the domain of f inverse, so we will let the denominator not equals to 0. So let x minus 2 is not equals to 0. So x is not equals to 2. So x is not equals to 2 actually is the domain of f inverse. And from here, we can see that domain of f inverse, actually is equals to the range of f. Therefore, I can say that range of f will be equals to, so since x cannot be equals to 2, so it's from negative infinity until 2 or 2 until positive infinity. So again, I have to remind you that in order to find the range of the function, the range of a rational function, so we have to find the inverse. First, we have to find the inverse. Next, we'll look for the domain of f inverse, because the domain of f inverse is equals to range of f. So this only happen on rational function.